Well, hello again, friends, and you are my friends, and welcome back to track number 1, the Open Division bracket. Continuing on, we have the nightcap tonight. Stand by here with Hammer Time from Tampa.
Yes.
Glad to finally have you in the booth.
Glad to be with you, too.
This is the final game of the evening on this track. We have the FOCO Junior Roller Derby Spartans, the FOCO Spartans. They'll be in the purple with gold. Pretty much the home team here in Fort Collins, Colorado, against the Mob City Misfits from Everett, Washington. They'll be in the green. You'll see them momentarily as there's a few seconds left to Derby. So time for some fun. 4 seed against the 5 seed. Anything can happen and likely will, so stick with us, and we'll see what happens.
This should be a very interesting, intense match, especially knowing that FOCO's the number 4 seed and Mob City's number 5. They're right there with each other, so it should be a very interesting game to watch.
And you've met both of these teams in the last 2 years, too.
Yeah, I've met FOCO before, and I haven't met Mob City before, but I've seen them play before, and they're really good. And when we played against FOCO, their walls are really good. They're phenomenal.
Oh, right. Yeah, I see in the record book you did not meet, but yeah, we have in front of us a few records, so we know who met who and when, and by basically what the record is against that team. Yes. The FOCO Spartans recently came through Florida and played a couple games in Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. Which
I was not present for, unfortunately, but
they did really good. They did really good in Jacksonville, especially the 2 games that I was able to watch when they played against Jacksonville, when they played against the Attack Pack. They did really, really phenomenal, coming all the way to Florida.
Number 8, a breeze of wind. You can't see on the, there we go, on the on the bench, kissing the helmets of her teammates.
Yeah. That's not something you see every day.
No, but as you were saying before we went on, each team kind of has its own rituals before the game. And
oh, yeah.
Fun to see and fun to hear. You hear in the background.
Yep, Mob City's doing their fun little routine that they do before they get ready to play some intense derby. Look like they're having a good time over there.
Half the time you can't understand what they're saying, but it still looks fun.
Oh, yeah.
We have FOCO closer to us and Mob City farther away. Of course, they'll switch at halftime, so we'll kind of get the vibe from each team. As now we have basically the captains and coaches meeting you're watching, and no time limit on those. Those will go until everything has been discussed. We will not rush it in the manner of having to start at 8 o'clock Mountain Time or anything like that. It's 10 o'clock at home. Can you believe that? Are you used to the time yet?
I'm slowly getting used to it. I'm going to bed at a decent hour, which is good knowing that I have derby. But
right, we're both Floridians, so we're 2 hours behind normal right now. It was about a 3-hour flight, actually a little more from Tampa, but 3-hour straight flights to Denver, and then about an hour drive to Loveland here.
I'll let you know right now, that plane ride was long, but it was worth it because we're about to watch some really, really good derby.
Indeed. Good game, good game, good game. And let's see it. and whatever else is going on there.
Their routines. It's
wow.
It's what they do, and sometimes it could be a little weird, but at the same time it could be funny.
And perhaps superstitious.
Yes.
Maybe they have to do that every game. We invite you to reach out to us on Twitter using the handle at JRDA_rocks and the hashtag Talk2JRDA, and we'll get back with you as the weekend progresses. Again, the hashtag Talk2JRDA. There's also a contest going on for those of you watching on the live stream. Show us your watch party, and there's a hashtag for that is further along on the table. Actually, that's been plugged on Facebook a lot. You should have seen it. If not, go to the JRDA page on Facebook. Get that exact hashtag and make sure your post is public. That way we can all see it.
And as you can see on the screen, you got FOCO doing their secondary chant.
Yeah, they've done about 3 or 4 things so far with the hands and the feet. And
Yep.
you got the stomping and the skating. And it's a terrible Jerry Lewis, but let's go.
Yeah, it looks like the jam's about to start as we have number 257, Reno, as he gets lead jammer. And for Mob City, it looks like we have Turbocharge jamming for them as he just got out and trying to get back there and score some points.
So Jammer Racing calling it off as soon as he reaches the pack there. So 2 points looks like officially. We'll see it on the board momentarily, but
yes,
we're just
2
looking.
Points.
To our right, we have the officials. So FOCO strikes first.
Yes.
But 2 points has never won a game until the very, very end.
It's never over until you hear that final whistle.
That's right. And I used to know the rule number for that.
Yes.
Number 18 with lead.
Oh, nope. It looks like you get a forearm.
Oh.
And it looks
so
like
close.
It's a power jam for Mob City.
That'll be on number 5.
A Green.
And she is.
Yep. As there's a power jam. It looks like she sneaks around on the outside and
Good attempt on the booty block.
scores a good starting 5 points for Mob City.
Calling it off, wasn't exactly sure, but yeah, calling it off to get.
Strand the jammer for FOCO.
Indeed. So, of course, we're in turn number 1, so it'll take us an extra few seconds to identify the jammer, but as soon as we do, we'll let you know who it is.
That look.
Sometimes it's on the scoreboard.
Yes.
Double H pointing. No, global storming. There we go. Lead jam. Well, that worked.
Looks like Just Daisy just gets out and becomes lead jam for Mob City.
Excuse me. Yes, that was Just Daisy.
Daisy, yes.
Global storming, the one in the. Yeah. Okay. I'll watch the track.
Yeah. And it looks like she calls it off, and it's a 0-0 jam. Those are tough. 0-0 jams sometimes can kill you inside, and sometimes it really is good.
Speaking as an experienced jammer, one of the verifiable superstars of Tampa Roller Derby is Hammer Time.
I'll give you the names of the jammers here in just 1 second. And it looks like for FOCO, it looks like it is Tribal Terror as he gets lead jammer. And for Mob City, it looks like it is number 14, Makilia. And it looks like Banana Split gets a penalty and is heading to the penalty box.
All right, jammer race.
A little jammer on jammer, little action.
5 points, though, for the lead. So we'll see what happens in this pass. I guess letting it go. Let's see.
Yep. And there goes Tribal Terror on the inside, scoring another 5 points for FOCO.
Okay. Strategy worked.
Oh, yes. It looks like he's coming through the pack one more time as he gets through and scores another 5 points for FOCO.
And Makilia kind of regains her footing, stumbles through, but
scores 4 points. 4 points for Mob City.
14-4, net 10 for the Spartans.
Yep.
Pretty much the home team here. Fort Collins not that far from Loveland right here, both outside of Denver. About an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. It's about an hour drive from the airport, I can tell you that.
Yeah. A lot of those are 2-lane roads, surprisingly. As back to action.
It looks like for FOCO we got 257 Reno And it looks like for Mob City, it looks like it's turbocharged.
Reno with a track cut, however. Yep, referees on the outside have to watch it. Skaters can go any direction they want to the box these days.
Yep. It looks like that sets up a power jam for Mob City one more time. It's turbocharged, tries to look for an inside and gets knocked out.
Little hop there. I won't call that an apex jump, but it was a good attempt.
Yes, it was. And a little hop there on the inside from turbocharged, picking up a big 5 points for Mob City.
Reno standing and out.
Yep. Turbocharged, racing up, gets on the outside. Oh, no, he did not. He has to get recycled back.
Oh, that's heartbreaking, depending on who you're cheering for.
And
whoa!
Nice apex jump from turbocharged. Picks up another 5 points for Mob City as Reno's right behind him. Just gets out so he can come around and try to score some points.
45 seconds to go, and there's another. A jump. Oh, man.
Nice apex jump. Scoring another 5 points. Man.
FOCO wanted a track cut on that, but no, it landed.
Oh.
Ooh. Hard on the knees. Good grief.
He just pops right back up like nothing happened. That's what juniors do a lot nowadays. They just pick right up and act like nothing happened.
I'm in my late 30s, and no.
Looks like
12
Reno
seconds to go.
Pushed out, but the person that pushed him out goes out of bounds and looks like a sneak on the inside for
3 points. No pass, no penalty on one of those. So that's the jam.
That's the jam.
Woo! Oh, wait on the final count there. 17-7, it looks like. Net 10 for Mob City. A 3-point game.
Tight game, tight game. Like I said, it's going to be a very intense derby bout right here.
This is what you can expect. 4 seed versus 5. FOCO coming in number 4, Mob City number 5. That is also their rank as of July 1st with the Junior Roller Derby Association.
It looks like it's number 1-8 Global Stormin', jamming for FOCO. And it's 2-5-3 just Daisy for Mob City, and it looks like
power jam, track cuts.
Global Warmer coming around trying to score some more points for FOCO. Fighting hard.
Jumps through that and again.
Jumps. There it is. He gets a good, nice 5 points as he comes back around and tries to get more points. Here comes the offense, and on the inside again. Another 5 points. That offense is really something good. They do play really, really tight defense, but when they have to play offense, they are really good at it.
Jammer free and calling it off. So
calls it off. Oh.
Yes, calls it off. That was a
that was a late reaction.
A second, and you think, ooh, what did I do? Nothing.
Yep.
So 5 points the count on that last pass. 15-0.
It looks like it's third. Look, FOCO has got 38 points, and Mob City's got 26. It's a 12-point game, but it's still early. It's anybody's game.
It's a cliche, but could very well be the team that makes the fewest mistakes. We've seen several power jams so far.
It looks like you got
lead.
You got number 244 Tribal Terror jamming again for FOCO, and it looks like for Mob City it's number 5 A Green.
FOCO had lead jam, but had to reset. Can't really tell from the track position right now. As A Green starting over again, and FOCO on the pass.
She sneaks on the outside. Now she could come around and try to score some points.
4 points for FOCO, and they're going to let it go.
Yep, they're going to let it go and see how many points this can rack up. She gets knocked down the outside.
Caught, and that was a close one as both jammers recycled back.
Looks like he's
and again.
Tribal Terror's getting recycled around the back of the pack again.
Well, one of these days we'll get out of turn 4. There we go.
There we go. Yep.
Track cut by number 3 there.
Travel Terror gets out and scores 5 points for FOCO. And right behind him is A. Green, scoring 4.
Lexi in the penalty box says we have 1 blocker each in the box.
And there's the call-off. It's a 9-4 differential in points, a 5-point gain for FOCO, as it's 47 FOCO, 30 Mob City.
Not a bad start by either team. Just stay out of the penalty box if we can.
Yeah. Stay out of penalty.
Yes, right behind us there's a trash can. Number 244, Tribal Terror, looking to dispose of some waste right in front of us.
Yeah. So it looks like it's Reno jamming for FOCO, and it looks like it's Turbocharged jamming for Mob. And it looks like Reno's got lead, but he's still got to get past this one. And there he goes. He got lead, but Turbocharged is right behind him trying to catch him and maybe do something.
A little fake out there.
As he calls it off. Little high five from the coach for Reno as he sits down on the bench now.
We announcers have heard that the floor is slick, but from a skater, how would you describe it?
Yes, it really is slick. On the straightaways, it's a little grippy, but once you hit the corners, you lose all of it. You lose all your grip and speed. It's a bummer for jammers, but it's what happens sometimes. The floor gets slick, and you just got to get used to it.
So far, really, Ghost Blocker has not struck in this game, fortunately.
Yeah, not yet. It looks like it's number 1-8 Global Storming. Got lead jammer for FOCO. It looks like Just Daisy from Mob Cities. Still fighting, trying to get through that pack. And a little run on the inside. They're really good with that
5 points again for FOCO, 22-point lead.
Just Daisy gets out too, but she didn't score any points, but that's her initial pass, so now she can come around and try to score as many points as she can.
I would be surprised.
No. He's not going to call it off.
Okay. There we go.
There he goes, calls it off. But it might have been just a little late. Wow. 0 points for Mob City.
Okay, lucked out that time. 10 points for FOCO, and
it looks like it's a timeout for Mob City.
Very good, 57-30 in our nightcap. Great game, as we would expect from the number 4 and 5 seed.
Oh, yes. This is going to be a very interesting game. You got the crowd cheering on, trying to see who's louder.
Thank you again for joining us. West Coast fans, of course, it's only past 7 over there. And here in our hometown of Florida, our respective hometowns in Jacksonville and Tampa, respectively, it's after 10 p.m. So thank you for staying up and checking this one out.
Thank you very much.
The winner will meet Des Moines tomorrow, and the runner-up will meet the Reservoir Dolls.
Yep.
So still, as we keep saying, far from over. All teams will continue in this WFTDA playoff-style bracket. Will continue to play until all slots are filled. So you'll see both of these teams tomorrow. Just a matter of which one will be battling for, at best, 5th place, and which one will still be in the running for 1st.
Yep. And these both these teams are really, really good when it comes to sportsmanship and teamwork, as they love. Both teams love to work together. I've seen both these teams play before, and they usually always are together. You never see any of them separate or playing one-on-one.
Jammer on jammer action, and just blasting through there. FOCO with lead.
Yes, and it looks like it's McKillia again from Mob City trying to fight hard to get through that pack. She looks like she gets knocked out by 201 Baby.
Yep, and through practically untouched. Forearm. And right as he reaches the penalty box, so good timing on that. It was not intentional, of course. But
it looks like it's a power jam now for Mob City as they try to use. I'm not going to play offense. They're going to play passive. Play passive, try to jam her. Looks like she gets knocked out on the inside. Downer
coccyx and recovers. That is not an easy place to fall.
No, it is not. Still fighting hard as McKillia trying to find a little hole, whatever she can find. Well, it looks like it's a panty pass.
Good one-on-one there by 3-2-1 on that one.
It looks like Trouble Terror gets out and scores
Spins and through, yes, 4 points.
4 points.
The Spartans bench coach almost approaching the outside line. Both lines are pink here, so we got to watch out.
Oh, nope. Gets knocked on the inside, and he has to get recycled back in the turn 3.
As you see from the overhead shot, thanks to WFTDA.TV and Blaze Streaming Media for bringing it to you all weekend long here.
Nice little mohawk on the inside. Trouble Terror scores another 5 points for FOCO as he comes back around.
Will we have time to score again? And whoa!
No, we don't, but that was a big hit at the end of that jam. Right in time, though. It looks like no penalty.
Yeah, just being admonished for standing behind the correct line. It's okay. It's the one without the rope. When the camera pulls out, you'll be able to see. But 37-point lead for the FOCO Spartans. 10 points unanswered in that last jam as we're halfway through the first half.
Looks like it's Reno for FOCO, and it is A Green for Mob City.
Forearm on the pivot, though.
As
so
Reno
one blocker out.
Gets lead jammer and comes back around and try to score some more points as A Green gets through the pack and tries to come around and score some more points as she could.
Reno caught but through and calls off the jam. Another 4-0 jam.
Yep.
We have 2 blockers for Mob City in the penalty box as we start the next jam.
Yes, the pivot's in the box, so the jammer has to. What I would say is the jammer would mostly have to fight until that most of the time, unless they get lead. They get lead, it's all over. But they don't get lead. It does hurt a little bit knowing your pivot's in the box.
No pack call, just long enough for Global Storming to take lead jam this time.
So it's just Daisy trying to fight through that FOCO wall. Nice little toe run on the inside. Oh, but she gets knocked out on the inside and taken back. Nice
FOCO
little spin
through.
there.
Backward skating through the turn.
Very surprised
Still
that he had
progress.
enough grip for that.
Yeah, that is good control, knowing what we know about the track.
Looks like he gets out and scores another 5 points for FOCO as he comes around. And it looks like Just Daisy is still fighting, trying to get through that wall. Oh, a nice little hop there from Trouble Terror. Scores another 5 points.
Good.
That was very nice. Very nice in the line. Looks like Just Daisy's getting a little tired out there. She might find her pivot here pretty soon. Maybe not. Oh, she took the panty off. Trouble Terror comes around and scores another 5 points.
447 Lunatic a few seconds ago fell flat on her back, but able to recover. Did not have the wind knocked out of her. That was good.
Just like I say, they always pop right back up. It's kind of disgusting because of how hard some of the hits are nowadays, but
indeed,
they get right back up like nothing happened.
The only padding in this game is what is on your joints.
Yep, what is on your joints and what is on your head.
24 unanswered points more for FOCO, 95-30.
So it looks like it's for FOCO. It looks like it is number 244, and that is Trouble Terror.
And we have A Green jamming for Mob City.
Yes, that is A Green.
A Green will soon be joining the adult ranks as well.
Oh, really?
Yes. For Rat City.
Wow.
Which should not be a surprise, given what we know about geography. Jacksonville and Tampa will be going to Seattle. We heard about that earlier.
Oh, yes.
WFTDA Division I playoffs coming up. One round will be in Seattle, and both Jacksonville and Tampa will be flying there and hopefully not meeting in the first round, but we will see.
Yeah.
That has happened with y'all, with the Attack Pack and Tampa practically across the bay
yes.
from each other and to fly across the country.
Yes.
But nonetheless, 10 points by FOCO thus far.
And it looks like some tight walls going into turn 4. And it looks like Tribal Terror breaks through the middle of the pack and scores 5 points. It looks like A Green's trying to fight as hard as she can, try to get through that tight wall of purple.
40 seconds to go, and it feels like this jam has already gone 3
Yes.
minutes at least.
It feels like that very quick on the floor when you're out there, though, especially when it's intense and it's loud. It's like it's Tribal Terror coming back around.
And A Green, I think, has had enough in this jam, but
oh, yes. Looks like
recycle
she's
back.
A little exhausted, but she's got to keep fighting. Got to keep fighting. You never want to give up in a champ, especially a game of champs. Never want to give up. Never want to give up. Never want to give the feeling to the other team that you're angry or tired, because they'll just sit on you. And
Never want to give you up. Never want to let you
Yeah.
down. And 25
5
plus 4.
29 points for Tribal Terror. That's a big jam right there.
Holy moly.
So it looks like it's 124 for FOCO and 30 for Mob City. It looks like for a couple jams now, it looks like FOCO's starting to try to run away with this game early.
94-point lead by my math. But still,
Oh, yes.
still not over yet.
Yes.
40 minutes to go.
And sometimes that can feel like an hour. Looks like it's Turbocharged and Reno jamming against each other. And it looks like Turbocharged hops on the inside and gets lead jammer for Mob City as Reno's fighting through.
There was some good defense slowing down Reno.
Oh, and it looks like Reno got a forearm as it's a Mob City power jam again for Turbocharged.
This is what they need. In fact,
Yes.
they need several of these. We'll
Yes,
see what
several
happens.
of these, yep.
So we see the potential of how many points can be scored in a jam. Now, if they're able to match that, then we have a game once again.
Yes. And this jammer alone, I've watched him for the whole time I've been in Derby. This is my second season, and he's very good. He's very good on his feet. He's very agile. He likes to do mohawks and get on his toes and go to the outside and inside. But he's off skates. He's the nicest person you've ever meet. As it looks like he's getting another 5 points as Reno just gets out of the box and is fighting through that wall of green. So it looks like he sneaks on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
And now he can come around and try to score some points for FOCO.
So Mob City with 10 and plus on that pass.
Oh, yes. That should be 14 or 15. Yep, 14. Yep.
Building a little bit at a time. Still plenty of time to go.
So they
Mob
always
City
say,
fans.
one jam at a time. One jam at a time.
Again, just getting started with the 2017 Junior Roller Derby Championships live from Loveland, Colorado, brought to you by WFTDA.TV. Thank you for joining us again this evening, no matter where you are. Lead jam by FOCO.
Global Storming right through that middle. Uses legs. It looks like A Green's out jamming once again for Mob City. Oh, she gets hit in the face. That's going to be a penalty. Yep. But she's got to come back around and try to fight through that tough wall.
5 points so far. And approaching. Spins and stays in, but was that a...
Yep. It
was.
is a back block on Global Storming, as is another Mob City Power Jam. Let's see if they can do something with this one.
You saw the vantage point. Excellent angle there by
yes.
Blaze Streaming Media and WFTDA.TV.
So
That's what you paid for.
Oh, yeah. Looks like A Green's getting a little winded out there, but
You're not
trying
really
to find a hole.
not really charging in, and her teammates
are trying.
Whoa! What I?
It's a lot.
You make your judgment on that. I think I saw something, but again, my call doesn't count. 4 points more for FOCO.
Looks like it's a star pass, actually, to number 81 for Mob. That is Linsanity. She'll try to see what she can do with the jammer star panty on her head.
20 seconds and less than that as FOCO scores again.
Another 5 points. FOCO, they're just – Mob City needs to tighten up. They're starting to get separated. And that's not very good in Derby. When you get separated with these jammers, they will just snake around everything and just be gone.
101-point lead by the FOCO Spartans. So far, the widest lead we have seen on this track. As far as I can remember, I did spend much of the middle game in the hospitality suite, but I believe it was closer than this. So
yeah.
101-point lead by FOCO. I thought, and you tell us, talk to JRDA.
Yes.
I thought I saw the pivot take the star herself, but no call.
No call,
but it was if she didn't, it was awfully close and kind of sneaky there. Tribal Terror is
he's being Terror right now. That's what he's living up to his name. Just scoring all these points and laying hits on jammers. There we go. Jammer on jammer action.
Just another hit as we continue on, and that time caught, able to recover and not cut track. Want to be careful about that. As close as all the tomahawking and all the towing we've seen all weekend so far, and a lot more to come. Just excellent toe stop work, and yes, stays in.
Stays in, gets another 5 points. I can tell you right now, probably the most awesomest thing I love watching in Derby is jammer on jammer action.
I wish we could see more of it.
Oh, yes.
And I'm back from the days of just blasting your opponent.
And everybody. Oh, a nice apex jump from Tribal Terry's. He scores another 5 points. He jumps to the apex on the inside on turn 1. Looks like it was a star pass to number 3, Lexi. She gets out and tries to come around.
So 27 seconds to go. We'll see. Nope, calling it off.
Calling it off. Very.
Soon as we say that, and again, they cannot hear us. So.
Oh, no.
163-44, 18 more points unanswered by the FOCO Spartans.
Oh, yes. It looks like it's Reno and Turbo going up against you. I'm telling you right now, this is probably going to be the most intense jammer pair-up for this game tonight.
Here we go.
Very, very, very awesome jammers. Oh, it looks like it's a official timeout. Who's it for?
That kind of kills the momentum, but, you know, got to do what you got to do business-wise. Officials going into the penalty box just to compare notes.
Double-check everything.
We have one blocker for Mob City in the penalty box. Again, the winner of this game will meet Des Moines tomorrow, and the runner-up will meet the Reservoir Dolls. So 2 excellent games will come out of this one.
Oh, yes.
Des Moines, of course, just defeating the Attack Pack. So both Florida teams now in the lower bracket, if you're following along at home.
Yes, sadly.
Can still battle for 5th place, and what if you and the Attack Pack end up in that final?
Yep.
It can happen.
Oh, yeah. If we win both of our games, it will happen. I can tell you right now, if it were to happen, I'd be looking forward to it. Because that was the team I came from last year. And loved to end my junior season playing against a team that I just played with. That'd be really fun. Huh? It looks like the timeout's over as everybody's about to set up and play some more derby. Both jammers fighting hard, going into turn one. As Reno gets knocked in the inside. Looks like Turbo is lead jammer for Mob City.
Now if they can combine that with a jammer penalty on Reno.
Yes. Oh, and Reno runs on the inside. Gets up, it's not lead. Turbo charges, running on the outside.
Wow.
Scores 4 points and calls it off.
Reno really picking up speed there, but unable to do anything with it. I'd like to see Reno and
2-minute jam.
Aaron Jackson go at it sometime. Who knows? In a mashup, could happen. Those who know who we're talking about, world famous speed skater who skates with the New Jack City Rollers when she's not skating all over the world very quickly in circles. 5 seconds.
So it looks like it's just Daisy and
Global Storming.
Yep, Global Storming. It's Global Storming gets lead jammer once again.
Whoa.
Cycle back. Going to turn two for Just Daisy. She tried to do whatever she tries to do, trying to get through that wall. Tough walls this weekend, I can tell you that right now. You see a little hop on the inside. She gets out, but it's not lead.
Both jammers free, and yeah, that'll do.
Yep. 5 points, call it off.
So potentially the last jam of the period coming up. Of course, the final jam can last a full 2 minutes, no matter what the game clock says. FOCO with 5 more points on that last pass, 5-0.
So it looks like it's, catch me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's McKillia and number 244 for FOCO. It's Tribal Terror getting lead jammer once again. Oh,
correct, and McKillia through.
Oh, yep.
McKillia.
Oh, a nice hit from Tribal Terror as he runs and gets 4 points, calls it off. Waste that clock. That's what a lot of teams do when they're up by a lot. Get their points, call it off. Waste that 30 seconds.
Right, you have 30 seconds, a full 30 seconds between jams unless somebody calls a timeout right at the last. Yeah, so
it looks like they might just get one more jam in before halftime. So it looks like it's Reno for FOCO, and it is number 2 for Hater for Mob City.
So Mob City changing it up a little bit on the jammer line.
So it looks like Reno, a little hop on the inside, gets lead jammer. It looks like Mob City's trying to come back, play some offense for the jammer, but a little too late. Now they got to wall up. So Reno tries to break apart that wall.
1 by 1, got it done.
Yep. Ooh, a nice little move on. And Hater gets through. Not lead jammer, but he's coming around trying to catch Reno.
Reno with a half lap lead.
And it looks like, a nice jump on the inside for Reno as he gets a big 4 points. And it looks like it is halftime.
It was worth it. 181-48. 181-48. And halfway through, FOCO Spartans with a commanding lead at this point over the Mob City Misfits. Again, the winner, if you're playing along with your brackets, will play against Des Moines tomorrow, and the runner-up will meet the Reservoir Dogs. That'll be Dolls. Reservoir Dolls, hello, will be tomorrow at noon Mountain Time. So, halftime here in the nightcap. Thank you for joining us. Hammer time with Tampa, and we'll be back for more of it before you know it. Actually, 10-minute halftime, so don't go too far. You're watching the Junior Roller Derby Association Championship Tournament on WFTDA.tv. So, FOCO Spartans with a commanding lead. FOCO, the home team, Fort Collins, Colorado, pretty close to Loveland here over the Mob City Misfits, 181-48. Should be getting started in about a minute and 18 seconds.
Yeah, a little over a minute.
Maybe.
Over a minute.
This is the final game of the evening. Thank you for joining us and staying up late, those of you on the East Coast. Friday night derby.
Nothing better. Nothing better. Especially when juniors. Nothing better than watching some junior derby at Friday night. You got nothing better else to do. Because if you really think about it, 2, 3, 4 years down the road, most of these blockers and jammers on these teams are going to be with the adults that are going to be watching them probably right now.
That's right. You're seeing the future, and the future is now, as we say.
Oh, yes. Looks like the coach is trying to get everybody together.
Mob City now closer to us, so we'll be able to talk about what's happening on their bench.
See their chance.
I like the green 888 helmet. That's what I have.
Oh,
and, you know, as soon as I bought that, the rumors started that I was joining the Magic City Misfits, the MRDA team from Florida. But no, they don't need me that bad.
It looks like we're just about to get some good old derby going as we got. Is that who I think it is? Yes, it is. I think that is Global Storming against Turbocharged.
5 seconds.
This jam starts for the second half. We got Global Storming fighting on the inside. Oh, he gets knocked out on the inside. Looks like they're trying to fighting hard. Both jammers. Oh, he gets knocked out again. Looks like Turbocharged is lead jammer for Mob City. Starting it out good for Mob City as they get lead jammer.
They need a lot more than this, but, you know, it all starts with one jam, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
FOCO realistically is going to have to be caught making a ton of jammer mistakes in this game. Able to correct on that re-entry.
And with good teams like this, it is very hard to try to get them to constantly get jammer penalties. It looks like, ooh, a little jammer on jammer action.
All right.
My favorite part of derby right here. Looks like Turbo's trying to play a little defense as he calls it off. Calls the jam off.
5 points for Mob City that they desperately needed, so good start.
0 for FOCO. That's what Mob City needs, is 0-point jams for FOCO. And just, it doesn't even matter if it's a 1-point jam for Mob City. It's, if you win the jam, you win the jam. And especially right now, you got a little time to like get little points and stuff, but it hits halfway through. That's when some teams start pushing. It looks like we got number 244 Tribal Terror going up against, is that A Green? Yep, that is A Green.
And Lexi going to the penalty box.
Looks like Tribal Terror is trying to fight through the pack, and he does on the inside. 5 points for FOCO. Looks like A Green's trying to fight as much as she can, trying to get through that purple wall. Great recycling from FOCO. Well, no.
Right, just as soon as
I say that, she runs right on the inside.
So both jammers free, but FOCO has already scored 10 on this
FOCO.
one.
And it looks like they're going to run it. I'm looking at the coach now. It looks like they're going to run it. Oh, little
in stereo.
That's teamwork right there. Taking both each other out. That's teamwork. Looks like he scores another. Is that 5?
Looks like he's looking at the referee like, are you going to call that? No, it was legal.
Ooh, nice little.
Untouched.
This big 5 points for FOCO as they break the 200 mark. Looks like A Green's just getting swallowed up and recycled.
35 seconds to go. No reason to call it at this point.
Oh, no. Got another 5 points for FOCO. Already brings it up to 24 already. He's going to keep going. He's got about 20 seconds left in this jam. Looks like A Green. Oh, a nice little apex. Nice little apex as he gets another 5 points.
A Green sent out again and way back. Pivots meet up.
And, oh, right through again. Another 5 points. points? That's a 34-point jam.
Holy moly.
Wow. And
Is that the record today?
Yeah, I think so. For day one, 34 points. I don't think I've seen anything better than that. Not today.
Okay, mark it down. 34 points for FOCO Spartans, 4 for the Mob City Misfits. Net 30 points. Still nothing to sneeze at, as they say.
Looks like Mob City's, even though they're down right now, it looks like they're still having a good time. And when it comes to Derby, you don't ever want to just be like, oh, you're getting killed, so you're just gonna have a bad time. You're in champs. You're one of the top 10 teams out there.
Right.
That's already a victory.
You've already proven yourself.
Yep.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Yep. So it looks like, ooh, Mob City's got, as McKinley's got Lee Jam. It looks like Just Daisy or Pivot is going to the box. Looks like a penalty on FOCO.
High block.
McKinley is running through, and she hops around on the outside, scores 4 points for Mob City. Needs a few more points like that. Oh, and Reno sneaks on the outside.
Done.
Nice. I like that. Oh, a nice little juke on the inside.
Mob City calling off that jam.
Another 4 points for Mob City. That's good.
8-4. Mob City ahead on that one by 4.
Yeah.
Turtle Death with a little commentary for the house announcer. Yeah, as you said, they're having a great time. Close quarters over in this corner here by turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
And Mob City, the number 5 seed from Everett, Washington, here against FOCO Junior Roller Derby, the number 4 seed from Fort Collins, Colorado, just up the road.
It's like Global Storming gets lead jammer. Yep. Turbo's trying to do all he can. Yep. He gets right on through on the outside. Not lead jammer, but he's going to try to catch up to Global and get some points.
Sure.
Try as hard as he can. It looks like Global gets knocked out, but he calls his jam.
They have let some jams go, so it was worth the attempt.
1 point. 1 point for FOCO. 1 point. That's a win. That's a win. That's what you got to do, especially in the second half. Just like I said early in the first half. You're up by a lot of points. Doesn't matter how many points you get as long as you win the jam. Waste that 30 seconds.
Toe jammer number 700 having her number applied.
Yep. So it looks like it's
not so much humidity, just
looks like it's Tribal Terror getting lead jammer. Makilia gets knocked on the outside. Oh, and she gets a penalty. It's a track cut. Getting FOCO a power jam. Uh-oh.
Just what they do not need, as Dr. Dangerman used to say.
Oh, on the inside. Nice little offense. Little sweep move from his blocker, so he scores 5 points. Coming back around again.
Jukes and
Jukes.
And
toe works. Oh.
Nope.
No, out.
Good save.
Yep, good. That was very smart of him to yield on that. That was very smart. It looks like he's trying to go. Oh, no, going right on the outside. No, McKinley got hit. It looks like she's okay.
Pivot was checking on her, too. That was nice.
Yep. Looks like Baby's going to the box for FOCO. It looks like Tribal Terror pushes her out of play. Gets another. Is that 4? Yep, 4 points.
47 points to go, or 47 seconds to go, and we have a new jammer.
Star pass to Just Daisy.
Yep.
She comes out.
Just Daisy also will soon be joining the adult ranks for the Jet City Bombers. She also skated in the Northwest All-Stars for the Junior Olympics.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But that name sounds familiar.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Looks like it is a penalty on Tribal Terror.
Mob City celebrate. Whoa! At least one of those was direction, and we saw which one it was.
Yep. Never figured out what Tribal Terror got, but yep, he's in the box. And it looks like Mob City's going to start out a power jam with, I can guarantee you, probably their best jammer.
See what happens here.
Turbocharged.
18-10 officially in that jam, 238.75.
About just under
Keep fighting,
22
says
minutes.
the Mob City coach.
Yep, never give up. Never give up. So it looks like it's only, wow, it's only one blocker out for FOCO.
Wow.
And yep, right out, yep. Turbocharged gets right out on the outside. It becomes lead jammer.
FOCO with a full box and also with a blocker standing. So that was one of the, nope.
Oh, nope, league reentry, back out.
So she's going to have to go back into play because there already were not enough chairs in the box. The only reason why she was available or able to stay in the box was because you had fewer than 10 seconds to serve. So now reporting to the penalty box, and now we have 2 more blockers standing for FOCO. If we could, I'll just be your eyes over there. I know we don't have a camera that can reach the penalty box, but quite a mess we had over in the FOCO box, but able to manage it quite well. Jammer standing now.
He's getting a bunch of points. That's exactly what Mob City needs right now. Just points after points after points. He's got a minute. Oh, a nice apex jump from Turbocharge.
Maybe the highest one of the day.
Probably. So it looks like all the people are out of the box now. It looks like another apex jump from Turbocharge.
Just trying the top last.
Oh. Looking like it's a low block. That just kills you inside after that 20 points that you just got.
Tribal Terror continuing on with 38 seconds to go.
Looks like he's going to wait for his offense, and yep, there he goes, right on the inside. Scores a big 5 points for FOCO. Uh-oh. Looks like Turbo standing in the box. He's about to come right back out.
And free.
Yep, and free. And it looks like Tribal Terror is just about to get it. Yes, a nice little spinaroo on the outside. Out of play, it's called, and Tribal Terror gets 5 more points. It looks like he's getting a little tired out there.
4 points for Mob City right at the end.
It looks like it's
stayed upright and in bounds.
Looks like it's a 14-point differential. Mob City, that's a good thing. That's good.
That was a fun jam. Everybody scored and everybody blocked, and all the things happened.
Yeah, that was really, really interesting jam. Really interesting. So it looks like it's just, nope, it's a timeout. FOCO calls a timeout.
They were a little either disorganized or knew they were going to call a timeout there. Had no blockers on the track, so very good to have that acknowledged in time, because you can call a timeout all you want, but until someone sees it and blows that whistle, you didn't get your timeout.
Yeah.
Worst case, it would be a delay of game, and delay of game would go on the captain, not the jammer, which did come into play in the New Jacks versus Atlanta game a couple seasons ago, right in the final jam. I thought we blew it, but no, the penalty went on the captain that time and not the jammer. So number 17.
Yeah. Is he? No, it looks like he might just be getting. Yep, just getting a little. Maybe. Yep, inhaler. Yep,
okay.
Yep.
Whenever you see a skater leaving the track and
you
leaving,
think they fouled out or got ejected. Yep.
So good to see returning to the game.
Yes, he's too good to get fouled out or ejected right now. Too good.
And of course, health and safety first. You want to take care of yourself.
Oh yes.
So you can be at your best on the track. Don't be a hero.
Yeah.
FOCO Spartans 248, Mob City Misfits 99. Thank you for everybody, some of you listening to the audio feed, so thank you for joining us.
Looks like
FOCO with lead.
Looks like Reno gets lead, but Just Daisy right behind him. And trying to do all she can to try to catch him. As Reno comes up to the pack and gets right on the inside.
Aha!
Scores 4 points right before Just Daisy gets there. Very, very smart play from Reno. With less than 18 and a half minutes to go in this game. I don't know.
What don't you know?
I don't know. Mob City's confusing me a little bit because they get power jams and they score all these points, and then next jam, FOCO just scores about the same amount of points, and that's it. So it looks like it's McKill. Looks like, is it? Yep, that's McKillia. jammer for Mob City. And for FOCO, it is
Scully?
801. Yep, Scully. Yep. But it looks like McKillia gets lead jammer from Mob City, but
it is McKillia, not to be confused with McKilla, from the team in South Carolina. Shout out to all of our East Coast friends.
Nice little recycling being done by Mob City on Scully, but it looks like Scully's trying to break him apart. Yep, Scully on the inside. Gets out, but now she can come around and try to score some points, and it looks like, nope, McKillia calls off the jam. Smart play for Mob City as they score 4 more points, and they break the century mark.
Holy City Chaos is what the team I was thinking of before anybody goes to Twitter to blast me on that. But yeah. 252-103, Mob City, 4 unanswered points, and that was 4 more than they had before. So.
Yes. Looks like we're about to start the jam again. Looks like it's global storming going for FOCO, and turbocharged once again going for Mob City. Looks like, oh, nice little run on the inside for Turbo. Gets lead, but Global Warren's right behind him. Global Storming is right behind him. Oh, stutter. Looks
17 versus 18, and almost ghost blocker, but not quite as they
and it looks like
go
they're trying
turn
to
1.
Race around the track, trying to separate some players, and Turbo's coming out. Oh.
Spins in, stays in.
Global Storming with
Wow.
a nice little spin on the outside.
Minute 20 to go.
They
Keep going.
Oh, they call it.
Ooh.
Boo.
I shouldn't boo, but I want to see more of that.
Yes.
That's old school. Just go for the heck of it and
keep going.
All the points.
Yes.
Just artificially run up the score.
It looks like it's just Daisy going up against Reno here. So it looks like they're just about to call the 5 seconds. Yes, there it is. See what Mob City can do here. Oh, nice little run on the outside. Just Daisy gets lead. Just about. Oh, nice little hit from Reno, and he jumps.
It's legal and through.
Yep. Oh, geez. Nice toe run from Reno, but is not lead as Just Daisy calls it off. Calls it off and gets a total of 0-0 jam.
Wow.
It looks like Just Daisy's not very happy.
A little frustrated by that.
Frustrated. It happens. It's okay. It's all within the love of the sport.
Lunatic consoling her as we're right in front of right behind the bench, able to see the communication. Yeah. Rosie the pivoter in there, like but not the pivot.
Tribal Terror going up against, I guarantee that's A-Green. Guarantee that's A-Green.
Looks like
it. Yeah, it is A-Green. So it looks like Tribal Terror is trying to get around Turbo, and nice. Oh. So it looks like Tribal Terror gets lead jammer for FOCO. So it looks like A-Green's trying to push out those blockers. And nope, she gets on the outside and gets out. It is not lead jammer. Not lead jammer. It looks like Tribal Terror is trying to fight. Oh, it gets knocked out by Turbo Charge. Nice hit by Turbo Charge. So it looks like A-Green's trying to come around, trying to score some points before he calls it off. Fighting hard. So it looks like gets rejected by Turbo.
And
and it looks like A-Green gets a high block. It's a high block, giving FOCO a power jam. It's on the inside.
And good recovery, 244, almost as if
fighting.
Made of rubber.
Right through the middle. Scores a big 5 points for FOCO. Now he's just going to probably try to run this clock out. Run as much time as he can off this clock.
Right you are.
Which is very, very smart when you have a big lead like this. But at the same time, it could be very dangerous because if the jam, he calls it off.
Okay.
Well, like I was saying, it can be very dangerous because the jammer could get a penalty. And that could really mess up their strategy for that one jam. But it looks like he makes a total of 10 points and holds Mob City to 0 for that jam, as it is 266 FOCO, 107 Mob City with just about 12 and a half minutes to go in the second period.
4 points on that last pass for Mob City.
Oh, wow.
Just added.
Oh, official timeout. We're going to see.
So at this point, if you're Mob City, are you playing for fun?
You're
More than you were before?
You're playing for fun, but you're going to try to score as many points as you can because,
sure,
as my coach told me, most of these points and stuff after champs affects your rankings for next year.
All right.
Yes.
Mob City, of course, entering as the number 5 seed. In the 2017 competitive season, the sanctioned record was 5-2.
Yep.
They won over the Cherry Bomb Brawlers and Wasatch by quite a bit. Also, Westside Derby Brigade by quite a bit. And Southside as well as Emerald City. Their 2 losses were against California Mayhem and the Diamond City Miners, both that we've seen today on this track.
Very, very good teams. But back to the action on the floor. It looks like it's number 801, Scully, getting lead jammer from FOCO. As it looks like A Green getting out, but is not lead jammer. So Walls line up on turn 4. Scully's coming around trying to score some points. So is A Green. Oh, a nice little run on the outside. It looks like A Green gets out before Scully and scores 4 points for Mob City.
Interesting. Interesting turn of events here as the jam continues.
Oh,
no, Scully calls it.
And she calls off the jam, getting a total of, nope, official review. We do not know yet. Official review for Mob City.
Okay, the referees are going to have a discussion first, and then if the official review is about that subject, then basically they save the official review because the referees already wanted to talk about something. So that was good that didn't blurt out the issue quite too early. Might save that official review. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, and both teams currently have their official review remaining with 11:42 officially to go when we pick up again. FOCO Spartans ahead 270 to 115. That was a 4-4 jam, at least how it stands right now.
Oh, yeah.
FOCO entering the tournament, the 2017 competitive season sanctioned record of 3-3. Their 3 wins were against the Attack Pack, against Rocky Mountain, and against the River City Riot. Their losses in order were against Tampa and Jacksonville. That was a 2-point game.
Yep.
And, Diamond City Miners there, 140 to 242.
I can tell you something right now, though. That Jacksonville game, when they played against that was a very, very intense game. There was a lot of it was very noisy. Almost like the games here, just about that noisy.
The skate station, managed by Jam Starella, Takia Agresta, can get very hot and very loud, and no doubts.
Very quick. Very quick.
No doubts that was a heck of a crowd for that game. I was not able to make that one. I believe I was away with the Rat Pack or the J Villains, but still, heck of a game, as you could tell by the score and stories have been told.
Oh, yeah. Looks like Mob City's sharing a few laughs with each other right now. Doing little handshakes.
How many different routines have we seen by these two teams together just in the time we've been sitting here?
I think I've lost count. To be honest with you. So focused on this intense derby, I've lost count.
We'll have I was about to say a Soul Train line. I'm showing my age, but some kind of a Throwback Thursday kind of.
Oh yeah. So it looks like it's another timeout. It might just be a switch up of lines for Mob City. A little quick.
Mob City burning a timeout, actually.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
That's some Chuck Best level timeout management.
Yeah.
Floridians know who and what I'm talking about there as far as calling timeouts that intentionally or not can frustrate the opponent, as in calling a timeout after the other team has called a timeout, or calling an official review with seconds left in the game and nothing more to win or lose.
Yes.
So
they just want to wear that. They want to wear that uniform a little longer.
Right. Yeah. Just get a breather here, and we're still having fun. FOCO Spartans, more or less. A lot of people might assume will advance to meet Des Moines tomorrow.
That will be a very, very good game.
Mob City against the Reservoir Dolls. How about that one?
That'll be a good too. That will be really good. I got a chance to play against the Dolls first thing this morning, and they're very talented. Their recycling is really good, and like I said before, their sportsmanship and off skates are really nice. Really nice.
Now, if FOCO calls a timeout here, I'm throwing my pen.
No, it doesn't. Look, they got their arms crossed. Nope. So it looks like it's turbocharged. So is it a power jam? Oh, it's a power jam.
Yep.
As he gets lead.
I guess that's why they didn't burn that official review, because they got what they wanted.
Oh, a nice hit. Somebody hit number 20. So that is Crazy Diva. It looks like turbocharged bouncing around. Oh. Nope, gets hit on the inside. Knocked out on the inside by Baby.
Forearm called.
Forearm called on number 000. That is Moose.
Who?
Moose.
All right.
Moose. So it looks like Scully's trying to run around. Just Daisy. It looks like Just Daisy got a penalty and sent to the box. So Mob City's down 2 blockers.
Through.
It looks like Scully gets through, but it's not Lead Jammer. Turbo charges Lead Jammer, and he calls it off, getting a total of 1 point. 1 point. Making that a total of 6 points to 0. Netted out 6 points.
10.5 minutes ago, stranger things have happened, but you see the score.
Oh, yeah.
Stand by here with Hammer Time. Jacksonville and Tampa representing in the broadcast booth as we close day number 1 of the JRDA Championship tournaments.
So it looks like it's Global Storming going up against number 24 Haters. Global Storming gets Lead Jammer. FOCO getting Lead Jammer constantly almost. Oh, and it looks like it's a
forearm on the pivot.
Forearm on the pivot, Sunny Days. Haters trying to sneak around. Fighting through that pack. Oh, a nice little move there from Global Storming as Hater gets right out too. 5 points for Global Storming. Hater gets out, no points, but tries to come around and score points.
Turtle Death starting a chant. But
looks like Global Storming called out that jam and gets a total of 4 points. 4 points. 4 points. Making it a total of 9-2. Netted out 7-point gain for FOCO. Let's get about 9 minutes, just a little over 9 minutes to go. FOCO 279, Mob City 123.
How many? That's a little game we play with Misty in Jacksonville. Best jam timer in the business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we heckle every now and then.
So it looks like it's number 244 Tribal Terror for FOCO going up against A Green, but it looks like Tribal Terror gets Lead Jammer once again. So A Green getting stuck in that pack. That recycling from FOCO is showing up again. Seems like Tribal Terror is coming around again.
We want to thank those of you joining us from track number 2. It appears that action is through over there as the crowd filing out on this side where the exit is. Thank you for joining us the closing minutes. FOCO Spartans and Mob City Misfits. Nice.
Nice little.
And again.
Again. Tribal Terror on the outside gets 5 points. It was like A Green still trying to fight through that wall of purple. Hard wall right there. Good recycling from FOCO as they turn into turn 3. So Tribal Terror's trying to get around scores some more points. Oh, gets right out on and scores 5 more points. It looks like it's the 201 baby heading to the box. Oh.
FOCO perhaps can hit 300 in this jam if they continue, and then pretty much seal it as
A Green finally gets out of the out of there. So it looks like Tribal Terror dips again on the outside.
2 FOCO blockers in the box, which is going to make it easier for Mob City to score.
Oh, yep, right on the outside. A Green gets out and scores 4 points for Mob City. Tribal Terror comes around after scoring 4 more points for him. He's going to try to come around and score some more points. So it looks like he runs right on the inside. And nice recycling from Mob City, but oh, nice. Well, Tribal Terror gets out. Scores another 4 points.
That's the jam.
Making
Everybody
it
on the
a
board.
23-point jam, and they break the 300.
There we go, 302 to 131, 23-8. FOCO Spartans pretty much sealing it here against the Mob City Misfits. FOCO Spartans, first time seeing both of these teams today. FOCO, the number 4 seed, Mob City, the number 5 seed. And we'll see both of these teams tomorrow. The winner will meet Des Moines, as we mentioned earlier, for those who are just joining us.
So it looks like it's Reno for FOCO going up against Just Daisies. Just Daisy gets lead for Mob City. It looks like Reno's trying to juke around and use his toe work, trying to get around that wall of green. Yes, he does. Oh, nope, but he gets a forearm. It's a power jam for Mob City. See what they can do with this as Just Daisy gets out and scores 4 points. Yep, 4 points for Mob City. She comes back around, trying to, oh, she gets knocked out by 080 Banana Split as she calls off the jam.
5.5 minutes to go when we pick up again as, yes, FOCO Spartans 302, Mob City 138.
It looks like it's going to be a power jam for Mob City here as number 24, Hater, starts out this jam for Mob City. Reno sits in the box for
Ghost
FOCO.
blocker on the referee right in front of us.
I knew I would see one eventually.
It happened to Logan Childs when he was reffing.
Starts off the jam.
Then he looked at the floor as if something was there, and nope.
24 Haters trying to fight through that wall of purple. And Reno comes out. He's going to try to get lead jammer. Is going to try. Hater gets recycled on the inside. Reno doing his fancy toe work. Oh, a nice little hop from Hater.
All right, Hater with lead.
Jammer for Mob City.
And the crowd and the bench come alive for that. Nice
yes.
turn of events for Mob City. They're going to need a lot more than that to win, but still for morale.
And it is a power jam for Mob City as Reno gets a high block.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, no, but Hater, he gets a penalty too.
Okay.
That'll cycle the jammers out as Reno gets out.
Well, either way, this jam will go the full 2 minutes, so
yes.
About a minute to go as Hater returning to play.
Nice little run on the inside by Reno as he gets out. And doesn't score any points, but he can come around now and score some more points for FOCO. So it looks like Hater's trying to do all he can to get through that wall. Oh, man. It's a big hit. Oh, and it looks like, well, she's getting up.
Jam called on her behalf, but says she's okay. Kind of
it's a little slow to get up there, a little slow, but looks like she
backbent the wrong way momentarily on that one from our vantage point. So for jammer safety, if they called off the jam on her behalf, she'll sit out the next 3 jams.
Yes, which seems like that might be all that's left in this game, as it is official timeout. Official timeout for something we don't know.
You can reach out to us and all the other Junior Derby fans out there on Twitter using the handle at JRDA_rocks and the hashtag talk2 JRDA. We're here all weekend. Try the meatloaf.
Is it good?
I haven't tried it. No, the hospitality suite it does have good stuff in it. They're taking care of the announcers quite well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Unfortunately, you joined us for the last game, so
Yeah.
I don't know what's left in there, but have at it.
Looks like the timeout's just ended. Looks like there's about to start up this another jam, as it looks like it's number 1-8.
And I don't know who's responsible for the hospitality suite, but I will thank Renee Miller for that in case it's her. If not, she can pass that message along as we return to play.
Whoop. Just Daisy gets knocked down on the inside. Gets recycled to the and Global Stormer gets lead jammer, but has to get recycled in. A nice apex from Global Storming as he finally gets out of the pack and now can come around and score some points.
Look at that recovery. If you blinked, you missed it.
Yeah.
Man, oh, man. Oh, jammer on jammer, and I
don't know about that one.
saw some hand action, but could have just been my vantage point.
Yeah. This Global Stormer comes out and scores another, is that 4 points? 4 points. Just Daisy. Well, all right.
No.
Banana split goes to the penalty box as Just Daisy gets out. Now come around and scores some points. This Global Storm calls off that jam and gets 2 more points for FOCO, and it looks like it's going to be a
official review called by Mob City. Both of those jammers, I think, dodged almost certain penalties depending on vantage points.
Yep, vantage point
I
alone.
think I saw some things, and I'm not sure. Either way, my view does not count. It is totally on the referees and potentially not. But what do you think at home? Discuss amongst yourselves and, of course, on Twitter all weekend long as the hometown, pretty much FOCO Spartans, surely will advance to meet Des Moines tomorrow, and the Mob City Misfits
will go ahead and play the
Reservoir Dolls.
I think that might be the second. That might be the first game of the day for.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yep.
We'll kick off with that tomorrow. 10 o'clock Mountain, noon Eastern. Right here at WFTDA.tv. Hey, you're getting 34 games this weekend for $20. I still can't believe that.
So it looks like FOCO's blockers and jammer on the floor having a little discussion. So is Mob City.
I think we still have a microphone in the infield, so hopefully we'll hear what this is about. So this didn't work the last time, but I will see. Either way, when we pick up again, we'll have 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go on the final game of the day. Well, I thought the last game was over with on the other side. Perhaps it's gotten out of hand score-wise, but I still hear whistles, so apparently they're still playing over there. I saw there was quite a large contingent leaving, probably the other teams. I do forget that in a venue and a tournament like this, these skaters – and wouldn't you know who won the pony? Yeah, very rarely do those official reviews actually
change.
Yeah,
change the aspect of what happened.
Still worth it to ask if you're certain you saw what you thought you saw. But we will continue. 3:08, 1:45 with under 3 minutes to go.
So it looks like it's A Green going up against Tribal Terror. Oh, and a nice little toe work on the outside.
A Green with lead.
As A Green gets lead from Mob City, and it looks like Tribal Terror's trying to fight through real fast and get through. Yep, he gets right on through on the middle. So it's like A Green's trying to get as many points as he can. Gets a total of 4 points. Oh, and a big hit from Tribal Terror, but he gets knocked to the inside. It's recycled.
Tribal Terror
looks a little hurt.
Yeah. Excusing himself from the jam. Now, if you excuse yourself from the jam, then I believe you're ineligible to continue playing in the game. Not that it matters a whole lot with 2 minutes to go. But still recycling back as if wanting to rejoin the track, and does. So going for a star pass, but yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
Star pass, and, well, nope. The pivot drops it. I thought that was legal. But apparently outside of the engagement zone, so we have a helmet cover on the floor, which for safety purposes, I don't like that rule, but it is what it is, and it's stood for several years now. So
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, just be careful for that helmet cover. I still think a skater one day is going to trip on that, and something bad will happen. Hopefully that does not ever happen, but there does remain that danger any time that something remains on the track, and everyone hopefully remains aware of it.
It looks like the jam's called. But yeah, talking about the panty cover on the track and stuff and somebody tripping over, I actually did that. When we played against FOCO in Jacksonville. I wasn't paying attention, and
oh man,
I apex jumped, and as soon as I turned my head, bam. It didn't hurt, just kept me off guard.
Oh, thank goodness. That anytime you leave your feet and land, oh man.
It was embarrassing more than hurt.
Okay.
I can tell you that. Looks like it's another official timeout, as we got about 51 seconds left in this second period. FOCO's got 308 to Mob City's 162. But in that last jam, Mob City did have 17 points, as FOCO had 0.
Good for morale. As again, neither team finished, especially Mob City. They will continue fighting toward a fifth place finish in the lower brackets. What was your favorite game, if not the one you skated in?
Out of this tournament so far?
Yeah.
I'll
narrow it down a little bit for you. It's late.
I would have to say Des Moines and TAC-PAC. That was a very, very surprising game. I seriously thought, because I know how TAC-PAC plays and I know how Des Moines plays, I seriously thought that was not going to be as close and as intense as it really was, because Des Moines is very tough. They're not dirty. They're not dirty at all.
Indeed.
They're very smart and intelligent, well coached at what they do, and that's why they're number one.
I saw Des Moines the first time in the first JRDA Championship tournament, first one I covered in at the Ocean Center in Daytona, that I was actually behind the camera for. And, very impressive even then, and they continue to grow, and each time they continue to amaze me every time I see them.
Oh, yeah. So it looks like the coaches are discussing with the refs of what's been going on. It looks like the ref is about to give us what's about to happen.
Insubordination penalty on actually the injured jammer, so Reno will serve that penalty for FOCO.
And they got turbocharged for Mob City doing this power jam, and I think that is very, very smart. Just pop out your best jammer for power jam. Oh, and a nice little apex to start it out as its lead jammer.
Good way to skate us out tonight, assuming this is the final jam right here on track number 1, the Open Division bracket.
Oh, yeah. So it looks like he's fighting.
Toe jammer returning to play as well.
It looks like Reno's standing in the box now as he looks to come out of the box and do what he does for FOCO.
Hopefully the injured jammer will be okay by tomorrow for that game with Des Moines. Calls it off, 14 seconds. Timeout by Bob City. We're not done yet.
Just when you think it's over, nope.
Nope.
Nope, they call timeout.
let's have some fun. Let's skate one more jam, see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully you're not sorry you made that decision.
So it's like there's only 9 seconds left, so this should be the last jam of the first day of these championships. It looks like it's gonna be. It's gonna be Just Daisy going up against Global Stormin. So it looks like the coach of Mob City's trying to have everybody from Mob City stand up and support their jammer and blockers for last jam, and it looks like FOCO's doing the same thing.
They're all joining hands, joining arms, joining shoulders, and and FOCO Spartans also all standing on their line.
Doing the same exact thing. This is sportsmanship at its finest. Final jam is about to go off. So it looks like it is going to be Just Daisy gets on the inside, and Global Storming gets lead jammer.
Lead jam for FOCO, 0 on the clock, so this is it.
Yep.
And
he calls it off and ends the game.
You can turn out the lights.
Game.
The party's over. 3:08-167, the unofficial
FOCO
final.
over Mob City.
We'll have the official final momentarily, but as Vince Hannity would say, barring a major catastrophic officiating error, that will be pretty close to the decision that you'll see, 3:08-167, as far as FOCO Spartans, who now are thanking the officials. Great sportsmanship all around. Thank you once again to Hammer Time from Tampa for joining us.
Well, thank you for letting me announce next to you. That was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun announcing.
Enjoyed hearing your expertise from a junior skater. Taking victory laps now. That'll do it for us now. Tomorrow, as we said, the winner of this game meets Des Moines, and Mob City will meet the Reservoir Dolls. That game will be at noon Eastern, 10 Mountain Time, right here at WFTDA.tv. And until tomorrow, so long from the Centennial State.